And what we're doing here today is we're going on a trip in our little travel trailer. And we've got all our bags, and we got our mattresses and our bedding, paper towel, and all sorts of stuff. And I had a couple of fire extinguishers. We added this year, these little holders. You know, there's another one around the corner here. We've got one here. We're just about ready to pull out. And what I'm working on here today is I got this, it's an RV water tank. It's about a 40-gallon tank, and I picked it up. I'm not quite sure of its origin, so what I'm going to do is sanitize it. So what I've done is I've just poured some bleach in there, about maybe half a cup into here, and then I'll show you what I've got done. There's a couple of fittings on the end, so I put a valve in here, okay? And I got this double-ended thing so I can hook my garden hose into it. I'm going to fill it through here. And that was just, I plugged that off. It's a 3/8 pipe plug. And I'm just going to run water into it until it comes out that vent at the top. And we'll let it sit, and then we'll rinse it out a couple of times. And this will be going with us on our trip. I'm going to keep it in the back of the truck. And because what we've found a few times is there's such a small domestic water tank on the RV. It's only like 9 gallons, and we go through that in no time. So I'm going to have this in the back of the truck, and then what I can do is I can keep this in the truck, and this will be higher than the fill on the trailer. I'll just run a hose back, and I can fill up my domestic tank on the RV probably 4 times out of this. See if this is going to work in here. I had a gasket. Let me see. Might be okay. Might leak a bit, but okay. And then turn that on. Yeah, I knew that was going to leak. I knew that was going to leak. What a cockeyed fitting that is, but I think it'll work enough to fill the. It'll work enough to fill the tank up. I got a better setup here. I went up and I looked, and I've got this box of garden hose fittings, these push together ones, and I found it. I got a female on that end, a female on that end, and that's much better. So now we're filling up this can here. It's up to about there already. That's working pretty good. That'll also be the valve I use to drain out of this into the RV when I need it. Okay. Yeah, it looks full enough for now. I'll turn that off. And so here's the tank in the back of my pickup truck. And I found one of these quick disconnects for the garden hose, which is really good. So one half that stays on that valve, and the other half goes on my hose. And I can use it to both fill it and then run the water out later into the RV. So you can see right here, I don't know if you can see right now, but the level's right about here. So it's filling. And I've got there's a vent in the top. And once it gets up near, you know, close to the top, I'll put the plug in that vent. Okay, so we finally got on the road. We got everything but the kitchen sink, I'll tell you that. We got everything but the kitchen sink. Beautiful mountain there, look at that. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. So last you saw from me, I was putting this tank together. So I filled it. I only got it about, was it just over maybe 80% full because the truck was sitting on a bit of a tip, but that's lots of water. And you can see the stuff we take. We got these plastic lawn chairs. We got a fold-up table. I got a generator. Got to stop and get some gas. We've got some firewood we brought from home. I got a couple of spare batteries because there's a battery with the RV, but it's always good to have another one. And then we can charge them up if we need to. I also have a solar panel. Got a cooler. I mean, when you go truck camping, you can take what you want, right? And you get the extra space. And yeah. So anyway, that water is going to be a great addition. I may stop somewhere like a gas station or something and top it right up before we get out there. We have to come up a little bit at the front. That one there, a little high on the left. Check this place out. There's a camping spot. Made it. Good spot, eh? It's 2 days before Christmas. Today is Saturday, the 23rd of December, 2023. And this is where we're going to be for Christmas. We're here. This is Saturday night. We're going to be here Saturday night, Sunday night, Christmas night, and we'll see. Maybe Boxing Day, you don't know. So we got a few things to do to get set up here. Got to turn on the propane, and we've got the house lights are already hooked up. And we're going to open up a couple of these screens. Look at the size of this tree right here. Good morning. You can see the river's up. And what I'm doing here this morning, is I'm using that system with the tank in the back of the truck to fill up the water tank in the RV. You see the water moving in there. And there it is. It works great. Get the vent out of it, and it's already moved down from the top. It was chock-a-block full. And I want to show you how the hot water tank works. So this one here is an older one. It's got a standing pilot light down here. Here's the valve to control it. So to light it, you need a flame, and you turn this valve all the way over to pilot. You hold it. I just lit that little flame there, that pilot flame. And what that does is it heats up that little rod above it. That's a thermocouple. And what that does is, believe it or not, it sends a tiny electrical signal generated by the heat of that flame back to raise a disc in here that allows the gas to flow. It's a safety device. What happens is, if the flame goes out, it stops generating that tiny little current, and the disc falls and shuts the valve off in here. What you do to start it, you have to run that. So we've held it for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then what we do is we turn it to the main gas valve. See? And you can see the pilot light is still on, and the main burner is burning. But say for some reason the flame went out, okay, got blown out by the wind. So what's going to happen is that thermocouple is going to cool off, and it's going to stop generating that little bit of electricity to go back and drop that disc, and it'll turn the main gas valve off. So it doesn't just keep emitting gas, you know, into the trailer. Anyway, that's it. There's just a U-shaped tube. It goes in there. It's about a 2-inch tube. Goes in. It goes through this little 5-gallon hot water tank, and then it comes out here. This is the warm exhaust coming out of it here. And so cold water comes in one side of the tank, and hot water goes out the other side. Good morning. It's about mid-morning, Christmas Day 2023. And we're out here, completely off grid, with our little trailer. No internet, no cell service. And we're in a campground here, and there was some tenters the other day. And we've been here for 2 days so far. But since last night, we're the only occupants of the campground. We're the only ones here. And it's beautiful. It's raining, mind you. I'm out here, as you can see, under the awning of the trailer. And something I'm doing here is I'm reading an actual old school newspaper. And normally I read all my news online, you know. But out here, no internet service. I thought to buy a newspaper. It's the Globe and Mail Christmas edition. And man, I've been enjoying the paper. I really am enjoying reading an old school newspaper. I haven't read a newspaper in years, a paper newspaper, you know. And I've been picking at it for a couple of days. Sitting around. There's a couple of things I want to do. I got one of these Princess Auto stoves, and you'll see that other people on YouTube have used these for like a hot tent camping and stuff like that. See if we can get you over here a little bit. I got it here. I'm going to set it up at some point, maybe if the weather breaks a little bit. And good morning. It's the day after Christmas. And we got rainy weather again. So I've got this little camp stove. I've had it for a year or so, and I haven't used it. So I was going to set that up on camera here today, and we'll try it. Okay, the other thing we have here is a solar panel. It's a 100-watt solar panel. And I'll show you how we got that hooked up. We just move it around when, you know, aim it towards the sun. So, just got our cables running over here. And I've got this little charge controller just sitting up here on the bottles. This is going to be more permanently mounted. I'm going to put it inside at some point. But it just shows you the type of battery. It's a flooded battery, a lead acid battery. And when that little green light is blinking, it means it's taking a charge. And we've just got the leads marked positive and negative that go to the house battery. So I've got a car battery under here with I took a set of jumper cables and I cut one end off and I attached it to the back of the inverter, positive and negative, and I mounted the inverter here. And what we've got mounted here is a carbon monoxide alarm and a gas alarm. So this is the furnace operates on propane. A lot of other appliances in here operate on propane as well. So we need a gas alarm, so that's it right there. It plugs into AC and then it has a 9-volt battery backup. So that powers that. And of course we got a propane furnace. Good pussycat. This little guy here is Chevy. How you doing, buddy? Good boy, you half asleep? How are you, pumpkin pie? You're a good girl, eh? You like camping, don't you? I know you do. We also have a little bathroom here, toilet, and you come in here and this is the drain pan for the shower. See, the curtain comes all the way around. So it's a small shower, and we do have a hot water tank, so you can have actual hot and cold running water for a shower, and a flush toilet, which is pretty cool in a little trailer as small as this. You see that? It just looks like it's a cupboard, right? But it's the bathroom. Boiled eggs this morning. Got sausages. We got coffee. We got tea. Let's take a look at that river out here. Sorry for what I said before coffee. One last look at the river. All right, that was a week. 7 days, Saturday till Saturday. We had a great time. We relaxed. We did a few small projects, and we tried out that Princess Auto stove. Now, I'm putting a link down in the description for those of you that made it through this far in the video. There's a link down in the description to a fella in Northern Ontario, Canada, called Mark. From Open Air Outdoors, and he bought one of these Princess Auto stoves that I bought, and he modified it a bit. So it would be like he put a plate on the top, and he inverted the pipes so that the sap wouldn't run down on the outside, and he shortened the legs. And I've put a link to his channel and to that video where he modified that stove, so you can go look at that. I also put a link in there to a good buddy of his that goes out with him often, who has another YouTube channel, and that's Doug from Pinetree Line. So please go check out Open Air Outdoors and Pinetree Line. Their channel links are in the description. Anyway, this has been lovely. I want to thank you all, every one of you that's made it this far through the video. I want to thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a supporter of the channel. If you haven't already subscribed and you like this kind of content, among the other things that I do, just hit subscribe. It's free. And make a comment down below. Those are what we sort of live for, us YouTube creators. We like to read what people think of our videos. So put a comment or two down below. So yeah, and if you like what you saw here today, or if you've got a question, or if you've got a comment, down below the video, leave a comment, and I try to answer every comment that you put. So fun to read them too. Anyway, that's it from the wilds of British Columbia on this 7-day camping trip out by the river. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again here very soon on Everyday Projects. Bye for now. We had rain every day of this trip except for the first day. The day we left was beautiful. Every other day it rained. And this morning it was nice, as you saw. And it's raining again. So that's okay. We're rinsed off, I'll give it that. We're rinsed off. Anyway, we're on the way home.